What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the Chick coming at you with another World of Warcraft Season of Discovery Rogue Guide. Today, we are going to be talking about something I've been asked a lot about, my build, some of the stuff I use on my rogue, so I'm going to give you kind of a comprehensive rogue guide here. So before we hop into that though, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that bell notification icon so you get notified every time I make a new video. So something I want to point out is we're down here at Bel Modan. I've already made a video on farming here. It's amazing. So what I'm doing, picking pockets, and then I want you to pay attention to how fast I build combo points. That's literally the only thing here, right? All right, so we're at 4 already. Bang. Use a finisher, whatever, mob's down. Okay, so the question I'm getting is how am I building combo points so quickly? Well, if you're looking at my bar, you can see that I am mainly using shiv, right? So after I get this mob, we will talk about why I'm using shiv and kind of talk about that first. So we see that, right? All right, so let's go stealth. Let's get out of the way just in case something spawns on us. So let's read shiv. Instantly attack with your offhand weapon to deal normal offhand weapon damage with a 100% chance to apply the poison from your offhand weapon to the target. Slower weapons require more energy, awards 1 combo point. Shiv benefits from all talents and effects that trigger from or modify Sinister Strike. Okay, so it originally starts at the same cost as Sinister Strike, which is 45. Okay, well, how it works is it gets -1 energy for every 0.1 speed that the weapon is below a certain threshold. And I think that threshold is 2.5. So as long as your weapon is faster than 2.5 seconds, you are going to be saving energy on your shiv. So how that works is we're using 2 points in the combat tree to reduce the energy cost of our Sinister Strike by 5, which also works for shiv, so that puts it at 40. And then I have a weapon that is 1.4. So at 1.5, you're at 30 energy. At 1.4, Fundaba, 29 energy. So the sweet spot to play this like hemo is an offhand weapon that is 1.8 speed or slower. And the reason being is at 1.8 speed, you are at 33 energy, which means you can use your first 3 globals and you're going to get ticks while you're doing that. So you're going to be able to put 4 combo points on the mob or the player super fast. So the reason this is fun and the reason this works is because you're able to get your combo points really, really quickly. So what I suggest doing, waiting for your energy to almost tick, so about the 1, and then hit the button. And the reason being is because right after that, you're going to get another tick, right? Okay, so we're at 5 combo points. Didn't take very long at all. And now we got a full 5 combo point finisher, right? Does not take very long to get your combo points. Does not take very long to pop that finisher. Does not take very long to pump out a lot of damage really quickly. So, 3. And you can hear me. I'm just spamming the button. 4, 5, finisher. Okay, so I literally waited until my energy was about to tick, and then I spammed shiv, and every global it was up and able to put some damage down, stack some poison, and get me closer to my envenom. Obviously, you know, you can stack your 5, 3, 4. It's gonna tick. 5. Next tick's gonna be a finisher. All right, use rupture this time. Okay, so kite the mob out. Watch it dot down. All right, so you get the picture, right? So that's the first 2 combo, or the first 2 talent points we're using. Okay, so those first 2 talent points, bam, guaranteed there. Now the next 10, here's what I'm using. Using 5 points in Master of Deception and 5 points in Camouflage. The reason I'm doing this is in PvP and when I'm out in the world farming and I got to get close to mobs so I can pick their pockets. I want to have increased stealth effectiveness. So that's why I've got 5 points in Master of Deception. The only ability we ever use that's under opportunity is going to be Garrote, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. So in the next row, we put 5 points in Camouflage for 2 reasons. 1, to reduce the cooldown of stealth by 5 seconds, which is normally a 10-second cooldown, so now it's a 5-second cooldown, which, 2 reasons. 1, you're popping in and out of stealth and you're doing a lot of damage, right? So whenever you're in combat with a player, it takes 6 seconds to get out of combat with a player. So if you get caught out of stealth, you gouge, you run away, and you just spam stealth, right? Also, if you are kiting somebody, you're able to get your bleeds up, get out of their melee range, and as they cannot hit you, you're able to get back into stealth. So it works out such that you are always having the upper hand, which is why we play rogue, right? So let's say this is a player. All right, I got my 5 combo points. I put my rupture on him. Okay, well, he's melee, so I'm just kite. All right, so 5 seconds later, if this was a player, bang, I'm stealthed again, right? And then I can open up and do the same thing again, right? Which is amazing. So you've got all of that going for you, right? And then you have 4 more points. Let me go back stealth so I don't get ripping pepperoni while I'm trying to explain this to you. So your last 4 points are flex points. You can put these wherever you want. When I'm out in the world, I typically put them in malice because having a little more crit chance never hurt anybody. You're able to use this. You're able to just hang out, get more crit, set it and forget it, right? Well, the other spot I would put these points, and I do sometimes put these points, is over here in initiative. Gives you a 25% chance to add an additional combo point to your target when using your ambush, garrote, or cheap shot ability. So when you use garrote, if this procs at a 3 out of 4 times, you get 2 combo points. So that means you get 2 combo points for 50 energy, which brings you down to 25 energy per combo point, which is the most efficient we can get to right now. So if you're doing that, it's amazing. It's going to help you out a lot. That's really good for PvP. And then you have 1 point to put wherever you want. So you can throw it into Ghostly Strike. You can throw it into Improved Gouge. You can throw them wherever you want, right? You could also put 3 points into Improved Gouge and then have 1 point left over to put wherever you want. However, since this is literally a dot-based build, you're putting yourself in the situation where you're going to be breaking your garrote a lot anyway. All right, so let's talk about some of the add-ons. Some of the things I've been asked about is Nug Energy right here. So this is just tracking my energy tick. So this lets me know when it flashes green, that's when it's cool to go ahead and hit your ability to get your next thing up, right? All right, so we're going to pick pocket. We're going to wait till that turns green. Hit it. All right, so now look up here. This is Nug Combo Bar. Both of these I would recommend. Yes, I have these down here from LVI and stuff. But these are really good because this is a really good visual representation of this is how many combo points I have on this target. You can attach it to your target. You can move it around on the screen, whatever you want to do. And then Nug Energy just is a godsend because it lets you know right before your tick. So as soon as that flashes green, bang, you're good to hit the button. Bang, good to hit the button. All right, and you're going to get your next tick. So that helps out. These down here. So these are my weapon swing timers, my main hand and my offhand. This is all part of a weak aura down here. This is a different add-on. Just get whatever swing timer you want. This is letting me know which ability, when stuff's going on. So the reason this is good is when you are in a group and you have the Wind Fury buff, be it Furious Strikes or Wind Fury once Shaman are able to get it. You want to wait till right after your main hand swings to use your main hand ability. It doesn't matter when you're using Shiv because it's your offhand ability and it's not going to clip your auto attack. But the way Wind Fury works is it just ends that auto attack. It just auto attacks immediately. So if you use it and you get a proc over here, bang, you didn't save that much time. But if you wait until right after you swing and you use your ability, then you basically went ahead, won a whole auto attack. So that's how that works. That's why you want a swing timer. You can set up your weak auras however you want. You can download a pack from wago.io. This is just to track your cooldowns and your buffs and your debuffs, right? So it's going to show your slice and dice, kick is up, gouge is up, sprint is up. It just shows you everything. They gray out when they're not on the target or when they're not on cooldown. So Rupture, if I had Rupture on, I'll show you Rupture and slice and dice on this next mob so you can see what that looks like. So you walk over, do your pickpocket, wait for it to turn green, hit him. All right, so slice and dice. Now we got our timer on slice and dice, right? Put another combo point on them, put a Rupture. Now you got your timer on Rupture, right? So this is just to help you keep track without having to track on the mobs themselves. It's pretty easy to track on the mobs with LVI, which is why I use LVI. But all of these also come in handy, especially in PvP. You can see your trinket, you can see your racial. So I got my racial down here in a different button. Also, the way I play this, you can put your Sinister Strike, so you can use your main hand weapon, elsewhere. That way, once you get your poison stacked, you can play it such that, okay, so we're just going to hit this mob until we have all of our poison stacked. Okay, so hit him, hit him, hit him, hit him. Okay, so now we have all of our poison stacked. So instead of building combo points with the weaker attack, we're going to use the harder attack, right? So you can do that. That's another way to play it. It's kind of a fun way to do it. So that's kind of why I have that button down there. They all kind of serve the same purpose. They're building combo points and dealing damage, right? So the whole purpose of this is to get stacked up on bleeds as fast as you can, to get stacked up on dots as fast as you can so you can kite out mobs, kite out melee, right? So that being said, I've been asked about this button. So this is called the minimap button add-on. So what this does is anything that would have been around your minimap, it just puts it in a row. And that makes it super easy to check out, makes it super easy to look at, makes it super easy to pick things. It lets you know what buttons to push to open menus, all that. Leatrix Plus, grab that one. I'm not going to go over all of these because Basil put a really good UI guide out already. So go check that out. This right here, this is Nova World Buff Tracker. After you go to Ashenvale once with Nova World Buff Tracker active, it will then check with other people who have it and give you a rough estimate of what Ashenvale percentage is at. This is really good when you're still trying to get your rep. Obviously, I don't need this anymore because I'm working on Exalted now, so I can be Exalted when I hit 40 and go ahead and get my bracers. But so that's what that is, right? Details, everybody knows what that is. Most of this stuff is just EC. We got Questy over here, so you can set up your LVI however you want. This is sexy maps. I like sexy maps over the LVI map. And that's pretty much all the add-ons that you really need. I think the biggest ones are going to be Nug Energy, Nug Combo, and a Swing Timer, because those are going to help you keep track of your energy, help you keep track of when you should use your abilities. Obviously, it's not going to EQ out a whole lot, but it's going to help you out some. And obviously, you can also play this with the normal build that you're going to be using if you are a PvE Andy, or if you just want to never have to respec. So what you can do, you can put your 2 points into Improved Sinister Strike, and then you can follow the Wowhead guide all the way down. You can put your 5 points in Malice, you can put your points in Ruthlessness and Improved Slice and Dice, and then you can put your 1 point into Relentless Strikes, and then you're going to have a couple left over, and I think you just put them in Lethality. Wherever you have them, you just put them, right? So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, right? So you have 3 left. So where you're going to put your last 3, you can put them in Murder, you can put them in Lethality. I wouldn't put them in either of these because in PvE situations, you're really not going to be using Eviscerate because you're going to be using Envenom. So the way I have my runes set up, I have Shiv on the gloves, which is going to be your Saber Slash spot if you're playing the normal build. So we got Shiv on the gloves. We've got Envenom on the pants. So if you're out in the world and you're doing world PvP, you don't have to have Envenom here. You can switch this out for Between the Eyes so you can have your stun. You're still going to play it the same. You're still going to get your dots stacked up. And then instead of an Envenom, you're going to throw your Between the Eyes, and then you're just going to continue stacking up your dots. So that's what you're going to do with that. And then Deadly Brew is pretty much my non-negotiable. This is where I'm always going to be, is with Deadly Brew, because I really love Deadly Poison now that they let it stack with attack power. So the better your gear gets, the more damage your poisons do. And it's just a lot of fun. So I have mediocre gear. I just have a bunch of greens. I don't have anything from the raid yet. I have a quest Outlaw Saber from killing the first boss in the raid. And then I have the Gusting Wind from the last boss in the raid, which is not a very good offhand. Everything else is just greens and blues from dungeons and quests and PvP, right? So don't have the best gear, but I do really well. This is really good for PvP. It's really good for world stuff. It's really good for farming. The reason being is you can get in and out of combat really easy if you're PvPing. You'll be able to stealth easier. You'll be able to pick pockets easier because you're going to get seen less. There's just a lot of reasons to play it this way. And then you can play it exactly the same way and get more energy from the assassination build that you're supposed to be, quote unquote, supposed to be using from the meta guys. So the last thing I'll mention is if you really, really, really want to, you can go a combat build where you don't use the prospector's, or not the prospector's chest piece, but the deadly brew on the chest piece. You use quick draw or just a flesh wound on the chest piece, and then you still use the same other setups. You can still use, so you're not going to use envenom because you're not going to have that, right? So what you would do, 2 points in improved sinister strike, 3 points in improved gouge. You could put points in deflection, which is what I would do. I'd put 5 points in deflection, and then I would max this row. I would get 2 in endurance, 2 in improved sprint, and then 1 in riposte. So riposte, you're going to be doing a lot of parrying because you're going to have just a flesh wound and stuff. You're going to take less physical damage. So whenever you parry, you're going to proc your riposte. So what you could also do is on your gloves, if you wanted, not on your gloves, but on, where is it? I don't have it yet. Once you get main gouge, which is a glove rune, it's going to give you that. And then if you wanted to, instead of running between the eyes, you could put blade dance on your pants just to give you a little more parry chance to be able to riposte more, right? So these are all good things you can do. Obviously, if you wanted to, you could also put 2 points here, 3 points in improved backstab, 2 points in the hit, and then 2, 2, and then you have 1 to put wherever you want, right? You could probably put it in the hit as well. So you can basically do whatever you want, right? Make sure you're having fun with this. Make sure you're playing around. Like, I enjoy trying things out, and I enjoy doing things in this manner. So don't be a meta slave. I don't care that I'm a little bit less DPS than the guy that's in similar gear that has the right spec, because I'm having more fun than that guy. I get to use way more finishers than that guy, right? So it is what it is. This one's kind of longer because I'm kind of going over things. What I'll try to do is maybe get some clips of this in PvP and show you guys what's going on. Maybe do some world PvP montages or something. Just sound off in the comments if that's something you'd like to see. Otherwise, I will catch you guys in the next one. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in Azeroth.